Hello, hello again. Okay, we got a lot to unpack, so let's read. Okay, this is the spiritual advice deck. I forgot to say that. All right, my collective. It says celebrate each other's success. Joy, support, celebration, love. It came out in the right side position, so this is something that we're doing. We're going to continue to do that. Continue to do that. Okay, and then we have prioritize inner peace. This came out in the right side position, so we are doing that. We're going to continue to do that as well. All right, it says calmness, serenity, balance, harmony. Let's keep working on that. All right. And then we have this card that came out in the opposite position. So this is something that we need to start doing. Okay. And it says embrace your divine purpose, destiny, calling, mission, and growth. So we got to work on that. Yep. But the only way we can get to this, if we let go a lot of fear. We let go of insecurities. We let go of things that don't serve us internally. That's how we readjust our nervous system to bring that calm. Okay, and we have to be accountable for ourselves and the things that we do and how we show up. And that creates growth. Okay, and so we're gonna continue, but let's move on because we got a lot of cards here. Okay, so trust in the universe came out in the opposite position, so this is something that we need to work on. We got to trust ourselves. We got to trust the fact that if we are in perfect alignment with ourselves, then we know the universe is going to provide, and we have to trust that process. Okay, so it says faith, surrender, divine timing. Okay, we're going to work on that. All right, this came out in the opposite position as well, and it says embrace vulnerability. All right, openness, authenticity, connections, trust. Let's work on that. This came out in the opposite position. I told you we got some work to do. All right, so we're going to see. Be honest with yourself and your partner. Authenticity, truth, communication, and trust. Okay, let's work on that. All right, then we got practice non-judgment. Came out in the opposite position. I just turned it around. All right, but it says acceptance, compassion, understanding, and love. All right, and then another opposite position. So we're doing the work. This is us doing the work. All right, find your inner strength. Resilience, courage, perseverance, and growth. We have to find that. We have to find that in ourselves. All right. So another opposite position. This is the work. All right. Focus on the present moment. Mindfulness, presence, awareness, and peace. We have to appreciate the growth levels that we have already made. You know, we have to appreciate that. We got to take a moment to see how far we done came. You know, that gives you the energy and the boost to help you go further. Okay, so let's celebrate ourselves. Let's celebrate ourselves in a moment. Okay. All right, and then we have this card came in the opposite position. It says, "Let go of fear." This has been a mantra through the week. Letting go of fear. All right. So courage, trust, faith, and freedom. All right. Fear is an illusion concept. It just keeps you stuck and stagnated in stages. All right. So remember that. I always say that because it's true. All right. And this is our last card, and this says foster emotional intimacy. It came out in the opposite position, so this is something that we need to work on. And it says connection, vulnerability, trust, and understanding. All right, this has been a theme through this whole spiritual advice deck. All right, so let's do the work. Let's do the work so we can get better and make it to the other side. All right, this is Empress Tam. Thank you for watching to the end. I love you. Peace.